Good morning, everyone. It is with immense pride, honor, and great enthusiasm that we welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of the Inter-Collegiate Trial Advocacy Competition organized by Dr. D.Y. Patil's Unitech Society's Dr. D.Y. Patil Law College. Over the course of this competition, we have witnessed remarkable advocacy skills, sharp legal reasoning, and a true spirit of courtroom excellence, demonstrated by all the participants. I, Krishna Shukla,
And I, Shruti Divedi,
feels privileged to be your host for today's ceremony. We are going to begin today's ceremony by paying homage to the goddess of music, dance, and art, Goddess Saraswati. I would request all the dignitaries to kindly please come upon and perform the lighting of the lamp ceremony.
thank you very much to the dignitaries. To formally welcome the distinguished gathering, we respectfully invite our Honorable Principal, Dr. S.S. Gopakumar Sir, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest, Smita Kaduma, former Judge, District and Session Judge, Pune, and Honorable Advocate, Senior Advocate Rohit Kumar Sir, and the judges for the competition, faculty members, participants, and students. This is a first mock trial competition which has been organized by Dr. D.Y. Patil Law College in order to make the students understand how the trial proceedings takes place in the court. Without having a thorough knowledge upon the proceedings, it is not possible for a junior lawyer to conduct a case before the Court of Justice. Even though a student who starts his career in the Supreme Court and High Court or wherever it may be, unless and until if you are not thorough with the procedure which is to be followed before the lower courts, you will find it very difficult to challenge when the question of law and question of procedural irregularities which has been raised before the court. Today, we are fortunate enough to have chief guest as Smita ma'am. She was a retired district judge, and ma'am conveyed me that she has been assigned by the government as the Commissioner of Women's Commission of the India, of the state. So it was a great achievement as far as we are concerned. We are blessed with the presence of ma'am, who has been appointed as the Commission of a Woman, India. So such a wonderful personality who is present here, and I welcome ma'am on the occasion of the valedictory section of first mock trial competition organized by Dr. D.Y. Patil Law College, Pimpri, Pune. And furthermore, I would like to welcome Advocate Rohit Kumar Sir, who is the senior most member and who has been associating with us for the last 3 years. The students may be knowing very much about Sir. There is no need of any introduction. So many sessions he has conducted for the students successfully regarding how to conduct a case before the trial court. And Sir agreed to organize a 10-day session on Indian Evidence Act, which is an integral subject, procedural subject, without which no one can practice either civil or criminal cases. And indeed, I am really happy that many colleges who have participated in this competition, as you know that the technical problems which each and everyone may face while conducting this program, because it requires a lot of procedures. So it is a continuous process for 2 days, and today is the final day. And it is a tedious work for the judges as well as the coordinators also. Our students coordinator who have wonderfully managed this program. That's why it has been successfully completed today. So, in this occasion, I welcome you all, and I once again thank to all principals, directors, and deans of each and every college who have participated in this competition. And nothing more to say. I express my sincere gratitude to management, Dr. Somanath Patil Sir, Smita Jadhav ma'am also, for allowing us to organize such an important program. One more thing I just want to tell you, during this period, within 15 days, 2 programs which we have conducted. One was the national moot court competition, wherein which more than 37 teams were participated. And after completion of that, immediately we have started with the mock trial competition. Next time we will organize it in a much more, what we can say that, elaborative manner by which maximum participation we can have. So thank you very much. Once again, I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. And thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful and encouraging words. I now invite our esteemed faculty coordinator, Dr. Lakshman Brahmavar, sir, to grace the podium and address the gathering.
Good morning to one and all. Really, I am, or rather extremely, I am happy to say a few words about MCS. I myself and Swarupa ma'am are the coordinators of this cell. And since last semester, she was striving for, conducting an inaugural and at the same time competitions under this particular cell. And she is behind our whole team, moot court committee, it's like having around 50 to 60 members, including volunteers. Okay? And it is having a president, secretary, and they are continuously and tirelessly working behind this since 2.5 months continuously, so as to make it as a grand success. Because already, sir told, this is the first time we are made an attempt, and successfully it is done now, with the presence of, one way I can say that, our own children as an advocates, before us. Okay? So, and much more than that, sir's in-depth, this thing is that, like, what I can say, dearth is that, in our college, we have to make the students to go out from the institution with the first day to stand before the court. This is what the sir's idea, and due to that, one or the other stage which he is taking, so as to introduce a number of programs, I feel, because continuously we are conducting a programs. It is not to simply to conduct the program, but to nurture our students in practical way, instead of theoretical bundle of knowledge. So this is what the sir's idea, and Kadu ma'am rightly said, even though theoretical knowledge kitna bhi ho, but practically once they come out from the court, they will feel like fish out of the water. So that should not happen. And so far we used to be a part of teaching, and now sir took the responsibility as a chair of our college, and what he thought that let us make a little change gradually to impart such practical knowledge, especially to give complete responsibility to the students, rather than हर एक चीज़ में फैकल्टी आगे जाके फैकल्टी को ट्रेन नहीं करना है हमको, सो स्टूडेंट्स को ट्रेन करना है. सो दैट इज़ व्हाट द वेरी आइडिया, एंड वी आर हैप्पी ऑल्सो अबाउट दैट. ठीक है, and plus and minus always be there, because initial stage. Okay? But still what I felt is that our 80% of expectation, what we felt that sir tried to achieve. Okay? So we will try that also. And in this few words, I once again express my thank to Swarupa also. And as I already told to you people in the inaugural process, that she is a non-law teacher, but still, she took a confidence that I can do with the support of all of my colleagues. Okay? And with that, she, step ahead and, start conducting this particular competitions. So far, my personal view is that it is successfully done, and a little part of it, it is yet to be finished. That we will do it by putting an end to my few words regarding our initiation for this MCS. Okay? So thank you so much for my all childrens, those who are, worked hard in this particular regard. Okay? Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. Up next, I would like to invite our MCS faculty coordinator and our principal and sponsor, Assistant Professor Sarup Wagmare ma'am, to kindly address the gathering. Ma'am, please.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, respected principal sir, faculty members, and my beloved students, a very good morning to all. I would like to take a moment to reflect on what truly brings an event like this to life. Initiatives like the Moot Court Society and this Inter-Collegiate Trial Advocacy competition do not just happen by chance. They take shape through the vision of a leader and the determination of a committed team. I sincerely acknowledge the visionary leadership of our respected principal, Dr. S.S. Gopakumar sir, whose idea of making courtroom learning a daily practice laid the foundation of this journey. At the same time, I deeply appreciate the relentless efforts of our Moot Court Society team and student volunteers. Their dedication, coordination, and passion have transformed this vision into a meaningful reality. I also extend my gratitude to the Pune Bar Association team, our esteemed judges, and all dignitaries present here today. Your presence strengthens this platform and inspires our students to aim higher. Dear students, this is more than a competition. It is your opportunity to experience the courtroom, to learn beyond books, and to grow into responsible legal professionals. Let me end with a simple thought. When mission meets commitment, excellence is not an outcome, it becomes a habit. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We now move forward to felicitate our esteemed guest of honor. We request Dr. S.S. Gopakumar sir to kindly felicitate Honorable Advocate Rohit Kumar sir, Senior Advocate, Bombay High Court. Okay. I kindly request our Principal S.S. Gopakumar sir to felicitate our guest of honor, Honorable Srimati Smita Kadu ma'am, former Judge, District and Sessions Court. I request sir to felicitate our guest of honor, Advocate Rohit Kumar sir, Senior Advocate, Bombay High Court. Thank you, sir. To formally introduce our distinguished guest, Honorable Advocate Rohit Kumar sir, we invite our co-head training department, MCS, Mr. Aryan Raj.
It is a distinct privilege to introduce Honorable Advocate Rohit Kumar sir, a senior advocate of the Bombay High Court, whose career serves as a masterclass of excellence with an extensive practice reaching from the district courts of Pune to the Supreme Court of India. He has become a formidable voice in the high-profile criminal defense, cybercrime, and constitutional law. What sets Advocate Kumar apart is his rare fusion of legal acumen and global corporate leadership. Having held senior roles in global MNC, he brings a pragmatic international perspective to complex legal challenges. A prolific scholar and author of seminal works like The Art of Advocacy and Law in the World of AI, his contributions to knowledge mentoring have been formally recognized by the by the Government of India. Please join me in welcoming a true visionary at the intersection of law, technology, and leadership. I now most respectfully invite Honorable Advocate Rohit Kumar Sir to grace the dais and address the gathering.
Much. A very good morning. So first of all, thank you very much for inviting me again. I keep coming. I love to come here. And I'm very happy today to share the dais with Kadu ma'am also today. I mean, it has not only come as a sharing the dais, we are also already cooking some thoughts to go with some books together as well, which we have already proceeded. I have already proceeded. So once again, thank you very much for inviting. Advocacy, as a few minutes back we were talking in the room, is a profession, it's a very noble profession, we know, but the point is, this is a very passion-driven profession. One has to be really very passionate, otherwise one should not be part of it, to be very simple and straight. Unfortunately, we see the statistics of the Bar Council of India. What is happening is about 20 to 28% of students who join the legal profession leave the legal profession in 2 to 3 years of time. That is a bitter truth which is happening. So, unfortunately, the dreams what they come with in their eyes when they join a law college, with whatever motivations they come, they surrender. And what is happening behind the scene that they are surrendering? It is far more than the outcome which looks like, people say earning potential of a young lawyer is less. And that is the reason, no, I don't agree to that. I've worked in multiple roles, multiple countries as a senior leadership as well, and seen up close the human psychology, the dynamics of the labor, the dynamics of the people, their career as well. People management, as we say in one word. People not always work for money. People work for motivation, pride, and fulfillment also. So it's not always money which is driving. In this case also, this is not always the money which is, as you were rightly saying, ma'am, few minutes back, the opportunities are far more in the law nowadays. There was a point of time when either very passionate, driven people who wanted to be lawyers or coming from the family of lawyers, they were doing it, or people who were not doing anything were doing law. That was the bitter truth earlier. कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं तो law कर लेंगे. That was also one point. But for this generation, the very good thing is there are far more new avenues of law which has come up apart from the traditional litigation practice. Although it is always advisable to go start with the trial court litigation practice and then go to any other, that's a different discussion. But as a profession perspective, many kinds of new laws which have come, many new kinds of industries which have come, and India has grown in these many years into a very big seat of manufacturing and corporate world in India, which is actually generating a lot of new dimensions of law and new dimensions of opportunities. Like recently, a couple of matters have come. Police have come back to us and say what to do, because they are data-related issues. Now, data-related recent laws have been passed. It's a new avenue. IPR has avenue. Even some people are into, very complex AI and cyber-related matters also are coming up. Likewise, many corporate world is also, very demanding. A lot of new things are coming up. Contracts, international contracts, mergers, acquisitions have become a lot. Trial also, the volume is anyways going to be constant up. It cannot be down. It's a proportion of, it's a function of the population. So population is there, although there are some new laws which are proposed by the government, which may take out about thousands of laws from criminal, penal to plain civil matters, but then appeals will definitely lie. So advocacy as a career is a very noble profession, first of all, keep in mind. Now, when it's a noble profession, there comes a very strong responsibility, because it is not called noble just for no reason. It is called noble, as I always compare, I love to compare always advocacy with medical profession, and that's how the treatment of the teaching also has to be done. The way the social impact of a doctor is there, the very same way a very social deep impact of an advocate is there. And our students should realize from day one, the coat, black coat, what they wear, the white shirt they wear, what is the power of that in bending and converting the minds of the people also. When an advocate speaks somewhere in a public forum, people take it as a law. They understand what is right and wrong. If a law is advising wrong thing, lawyer, then it becomes a difficulty in the society. So that nobility of the profession comes because of that responsibility, and that cannot happen if you are not capable. Now there comes the capability topic. Now, courtcraft is a word which means a seasoned advocate who knows how to speak in the court, how to present the matter, how to write an application, how to respond to an application, and how to present their evidences and rebuttal, etc., etc. But then that is an overall package which comes over time. What is important at the students level is the exposure to the reality. Now, as we call the pedagogy, pedagogy means the way the teaching is done, the way the students are groomed. So, what is hitting in Indian education system in most of the colleges, who are all now trying, over time because of the demand in the market also of the law, is the books are sufficient, the laws are being taught, is a very good, some universities have different combination of law subjects, some have different subject combinations, but all of them are good. The point is, it's not about the law. As a very famous learned senior advocate, who is no more now, Fali Nariman, had mentioned earlier, that the advocates have to be very thorough about the storyline, the matter which is happening, and the facts very crisp. The law falls in place automatically. So that is something which is very, very important. So unfortunately, the way the program is designed is not executed that way. It is understood the program is designed only to read certain subjects without any connection with each other, semester-wise, and pass the examination up to certain grade. Sorry, that is not the way law has to be studied. Think in mind, if you have a doctor who has one semester only focused on nose, another semester focused only on heart, and then have no connection between nose and heart. So what would happen to you if you go to that doctor for a treatment? Very same thing happens for a lawyer as well. Every subject is interconnected. In fact, civil and criminal matters are also interconnected in many of the scenarios. So we have to be very, very thorough, first of all, in the knowledge building. There is no second thought about that you are reading X, Y, Z, yellow, green, blue books, and then you think you pass the examination, your job is done. Once you pass the examination, you become a good advocate. I'm so sorry. You have to ensure that you are, first of all, building the corpus of the knowledge within yourself by reading as much as possible good reference books from the library and building the good corpus. See, I come back from the AI background as well. My books are there in AI also, many of you know. So AI also works in the very same way. A knowledge corpus is built first. Then on that, top of that, the operational knowledge is built. So there is no replacement for knowledge building. So please focus on the knowledge building. Then comes this kind of thing, what is happening, what we are today for, is apart from the moot courts, which is far more academic, I see, this kind of, actual practice-oriented programs, where our very honorable judges in this program has also put their good efforts. This is very, very important, and this is what we have to do multiple times. I mentioned earlier also in the moot court committee, when it was formed also here, that you keep organizing internally also multiple times in all your colleges, because this is one place which will give you not only the communication strength. It will also give you the way you need to speak in the court, that knowledge. And third thing, which is very, very important apart from you, when you are doing this, read every day one or two judgments. Why you need to read that? One, you need to read that because you are updated what is happening. Second, why you need to read is you read the language of the judge, which is the language of the court. Ma'am was mentioning a couple of minutes back, we were talking on the same point, that a judge, she also at one point of time when she was delivering judgments, they try their best to ensure the judgment when it falls your hand, it not only gives you the final judgment, the final ratio, it also gives you the understanding the whole environment in a nutshell about what exactly was the scenario, what has been the both parties thoughts around the matter, what are the logic and what are the relevant cases which are referred by the honorable judge, the honorable court, and how this final ratio and judgment has been obtained. So this is whole package you get when you read a judgment. It is in itself a very good thought inculcation in your mind, which will give you an understanding how the court operates. So what I mean to say is, unfortunately, as a doctor, when they start practicing, learning, they start cutting the dead body, they are with the body from day one. They go in rounds with the hospital, with the doctors, they see the patients. They are not allowed to touch, they are not allowed to treat, but they see. Over time, gradually they go back and do the checkups and they do treatment as well. Very same thing. This is your rounds in the hospital, the moot courts, the simulated trials, reading of the judgments. So this is extremely important, and this will make a very important difference between you coming out of the college as a law grad or coming out as a fresh advocate. That makes a complete difference. When you come out of a law grad, 100 different things which you are trying to do now, which I am telling you to do now, has not been done then. And then you come out only with the basic knowledge of law and with probably very good high numbers in the mark sheet. But what is very, very important is come out at least 60%, 70% cooked as an advocate, and additionally visit the courts, see the trials. Maybe sir can also organize weekly. There are some links from Supreme Courts and High Courts which could be demonstrated, where people can sit throughout the day, mics muted. They can see the Chief Justice Court, the trials, how it is going in Supreme Court and the High Court and the various other courts. It's a very good learning, and you're sitting here at the comfort of your college, you can listen that as well. And listening itself, those matters will shape up your mind, how you speak. I come back from a very strong corporate background. I was a vice president for a certain American company for a very long time in Europe. When I came to actual practice completely, from corporate to criminal, I was facing difficulty. I had already written 6 different books by that time in speaking the language of the law, because the English, the way the narratives are done, is completely different from what you do in the other places. So it is something very, very, very important. So other thing which I always mention, I'm sorry being little longer, but then I think it's important. Otherwise, no purpose of me coming. Third thing, very, very important, is your own character and integrity. As I said at the start, it's a noble profession. It's a very, very indulging profession, but it is very, very difficult profession in the form to corrupt you. It's very easy to get corrupted as an advocate. And your personal choice, it's your personal integrity, it's your personal morality. I'm telling you, seeing many seniors, with my little experience, I can tell you, it always helps. When you find the right moral ground for yourself, you follow the integrity. Integrity is following the rules, following the good things when nobody is watching you. So I strongly recommend that don't get, I remember in one of the matters, some files were being handed over to me by the other party, and they sent a junior advocate to me. And that junior comes to me and he says, "Sir, I have a quick question to ask you." I said, "Ask me." "Sir, my seniors say," seniors means not the ultimate senior in his firm, but then some seniors said that, "Sir, do whatever it takes to win a case, do whatever right and wrong, once you are successful lawyer, then you become saint. But it never happens. And wrong things will always lead to wrong places. So please avoid that temptation of being in the wrong place, doing the wrong things, and doing things which is in general, it's not no-brainer to understand what is right and wrong. Don't do that. Those practices will never take you to success. They might give you some money for some time, but you can't be the best. Because for the best, you have only one mind. Either you apply fully for your knowledge in your work, or you use part of it for all those nuisance. So use it for good things. This is something which is very, very important. In a matter, when you do this simulated trials also, read it thoroughly. As a matter of practice, all the advocates, the judges here also would also know. We do reading of the same paper. It's not very interesting at times. It's very boring as well, sometimes, the language. But you have to read it thoroughly. You have to make the case yours. You have to live the case. So give your ultimate 400% to a matter. That's why I said it's a very indulging and passionate profession. So if you are ready for that, then only opt for it. Otherwise, sorry, it's difficult. And please understand, as I always say to my students wherever I go, is advocates never fight a case. You keep this out of your mindset. I'm very, very strongly, I always mention that wherever I go, is advocates never fight a case. We are officers of the court. We are part of the ecosystem within the court. The judges, the various actors in the court, the clerks, the court master, blah, blah, and the advocates. Advocate and judge both play a very strong role in getting the justice delivered in that particular matter in the best way. Now, as we know the way Indian legal system works, the adversary system, where the judges have to adjudicate primarily based upon what the both parties are presenting, what has been brought forward. Now, in that case, this fair and open court trial system is there. Advocates also have equally important role as a officer of the court first. Your duty to the client is secondary. So always ensure you are helping in delivery of the justice. The moment some advocates strongly hardwire in their mind that we are only there to earn money and ensure my client wins by any matter, the whole purpose of you becoming an advocate and being part of the judicial system is lost. You have failed at the very point of time, and please understand, I can guarantee you it will fail you one day. When I say the fail word, I think P. Chidambaram Sahib, I was speaking to him in a lighter moment, and I was asking about his and his wife's journey in law, Sibal Sahib also. So one very thing I see from all these senior legend advocates is failure is a very, very important word. I have been into technology as well. From there also I can see failure. When you are successful, you already have reached a baseline in any walk of life. But when you fail, you have learned a new thing. Success is a function of already learned thing. But failure is a function which gives you a new learning. So failure is far more important, and you will should not have in a mind that failing a matter is failing you. You can't win every case. But it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean that if you failed a matter, you have failed as an advocate. One has to always fail. You always pick up the learning from that, and if you fairly believe you should fail in this matter, fine, that is a learning as well. So what happens is a lot of student comes with that anxiety in mind, that boss, if I go and fail, where would I show my face? No, please, it never happens that way. So accept failure every time, and in a habit of learning, keep the failure with yourself. And the conduct of an advocate is very, very important. I've worked in almost all the states in India, in various courts. And a lot of times, I'll say fairly, not say 2 out of 10 times, we come across advocates who are too emotional. They fail to disintegrate their profession from their personal life. What happens is, one advocate, I was coming out of the court, I'm in a habit of, while coming out, going to the judge, the chair, and shaking hands with my other side party, saying, see you next time, with all due respect. Yeah. But one person, one lady, she said, oh, we'll see you next time. So this is not required. Okay. You enjoy your profession. Law is a profession where everybody is always in a good mood, cheerful mood, whatever is the matter. We are the workers of the knowledge, and we have to be cheerful with that, and don't take that conduct. It looks very bad on you, and it is not expected, not necessary. These are very, very small things which comes from practice, which I'm sharing with you. And last thing which I would like to say is AI. So I live in both the worlds. My books are in AI, machine learning, robotics also, so which means I know AI very well. I have done quantum programming as well. Because I'm basically, apart from an LLB, I'm also a BTech MTech. Okay. So I'm an engineer as well, and my master's is in AI robotics only. So I can tell you very well from both the side, from application perspective and from technology perspective. Technology perspective, in 1950s, the scientist had said, that point of time, that we'll have in 2 years a computer which will replace human completely. It will think exactly like human. Standing in 2026, it hasn't happened. It cannot happen. It's not something which is it's a negative thing. It was an over expectation of the scientists. Technically fine. There are reasons, because of we didn't had any fast databases. We didn't have any fast computing machines. Now we have quantum computing, will make it far more better. But AI is not meant, being a professor of AI as well, AI is not meant to replace human. AI is meant to help human do things what they're supposed to do in a better way. So that is one thing. So AI in law is very good for contracting, to read the contracts, understand the contract points, or make a few amendments into it. But don't depend upon AI for case laws. There are a lot of made up cases which come up in AI, and a lot of unfortunate incidents have happened where even judges have given judgments based upon the AI, which are based upon some case laws and precedents which never existed. So be very careful when you are using it, and never have an habit of 100% drafting things using AI, because then you lose the sheer value of your own self and whatever you have learned. And one point of time, you'll become completely handicapped to even draft a simple application. So end of the day, what I want to conclude and say is, be a good advocate. Be in this noble profession, make up your presence count in the society, wherever you stand, not even in a court, with the accumulation of the corpus of knowledge, which is your first responsibility. Marks secondary. Primarily is the knowledge. When we used to study, I remember we used to read almost all reference books in all the subjects. We used to go all the fine prints, 1, 2, 3, 4 case laws, and used to take that pain to read that. That will shape up your mind. A thought process, a way of thinking of a lawyer will develop. Enrich with such practices, this program which has been organized. And then keep doing this within your colleges as well. And keep joining the court proceedings, keep reading the judgments, read from the trial court also, read from the high court also, read from the Supreme Court also. All the three have a very different flavor, because all the three have very different purpose and the very different level they operate into. So that is something which is a very basic thing you can do to develop yourself as a good advocate. And it's very easy to say, be a good boy or be a good girl. So everything is in that. You know what is moral, immoral, right, wrong, integrity, non-integrity. Everybody knows that at this level. All are graduate or postgraduate in the laws, LLB, LLM. So with this, I would like to conclude. Thanks again, and congratulate you all again for this kind of program to start. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I invite PR co-head Ms. Duhita Chakrabarti to introduce our next esteemed guest of honor, Honorable Srimati Smita Gadu ma'am.
They say the law is a shield, but in the hands of Honorable Smita Kadu ma'am, it is a light. With a foundation built on an LLM from Pune University and a specialized diploma in cyber crimes, she has dedicated her life to ensuring that the halls of justice are accessible to every citizen. Her journey began on the bench as a district and sessions judge. In that role, she didn't just preside over cases, she revolutionized the process, introducing efficiencies to ensure that justice delayed was no longer justice denied. Today, she brings that same judicial ire to her practice at the Supreme Court of India and the Bombay High Court, blending the sharp mind of judge with the heart of a public advocate. But her true legacy lies in legal lenses, a platform she founded to turn victim into victors. Advocate Kadu believes that knowledge is the ultimate equalizer. She spends her hours crafting layered teaching tools and simplified guides to ensure those often left in the shadows, vulnerable groups, single mothers, and women across Maharashtra, whether it is navigating the complexities of our new criminal status, BNS, BNSS, and BSA, or drafting a simple legal notice, she makes the law clear, actionable, and human. Advocate Smita Kadu ma'am is more than a legal scholar. She is a systems-oriented visionary who believes that empowering one woman with legal literacy can change an entire community. Please join me in welcoming a woman who embodies both the strength of the law and the grace of the service, Honorable Smita Kadu ma'am.
Firstly, a very good morning to all of you. And I think being 1 hour behind schedule has taken away everybody's energy. Right? No? Sure? Okay. Usually what happens is when you are the last speaker, everything is almost said and done. So it's the most difficult exam that you have to pass being a chief guest of any function, which again today I am facing. Every preparation that I had done, everything that I wanted to convey across has already been said in very wonderful words. So there's absolutely nothing that I can say much. But yes, I will still try my best. Usually whenever I go to any functions or any such, I chair any such prestigious moments, I do not have a written script in my hand. But let me say, I think today, after what Sir has spoken in front of you, I think I have something ready where I can speak at least with you, interact with you, and keep your spirits little high. Because now it's almost going to be lunchtime, I would not be wasting much of your time. You're looking forward for something very wonderful which is also coming up. So now to start a little formally, I will begin my speech. Let us say not a speech, but an interaction with you people as such. But the formality has to be done. Respected Principal, Dr. S.S. Gopakumar Sir, esteemed guest of honor, Rohit Kumar Sir, Advocate of Supreme Court, esteemed faculty members, distinguished guests, MCS Coordinator, Assistant Professor Swarupa Wagmare Ma'am, MCS Secretary Priyanshi Joshi, and my dear friends. It is both an honor and joy to stand before you today as the chief guest of this valedictory function. I think this is the most important thing today. I'm here not to give you a very big speech, but the gifts that are waiting there for you. Yes. To be in the midst of budding lawyers, scholars, and advocates of justice fills me with immense pride and hope. Today, I do not see merely law graduates. I see future defenders. Most of you have gone through this process now after the moot courts and the trial advocacy sessions that you have had. You are not just law graduates, like I said. You are interpreters of justice, and the torch bearers of truth. I think these things have already been analyzed by Sir. He has already told you in depth how these things are. So I will keep myself in brief. This day is special. It is not merely a ceremony to mark the completion of the first trial advocacy competition that has been held. It is a celebration of journeys, journeys of learning, of growth, and definitely of friendships also, and countless memories. Today you are here in this hall, but coming in the next 20 years, I'm sure one of you would be standing where I am and would be sharing the same experience that I'm doing right now. So you are just not law graduates. Please don't be under that impression, law ho gaya, sab kuch ho gaya. Nahi. There's a long way to go, and 20 years from here, like one of the student is already over here. I think she has judged the competition. That is what I have learned. So in the coming years, you people are going to be here standing in our place, replacing us. So we are happy that the new generation is very dedicated. Today we honor not only achievements of students, but also the dedication of teachers. It is usually said that good students come when there are very good teachers. So if very good teachers are not there, with their experience, their attitude, their experience in life, I'm sure students cannot be born. Children are born twice. Once in the womb of a mother, and once when nurtured by their teachers. I still remember my teachers when I was in school. I still remember the clarity they had given us. I still remember what they taught us. I still remember the most important thing, how they taught us to respect each other wherever you are, in whichever way you are. So definitely a big applause to the faculty and the team members as well. And I should not forget mentioning the MCS support team. Bright young students, I had a very nice discussion with them even while sitting in the hall. Informal discussion, a very nice discussion. And I have told Sir that in near future maybe I would like to give at least an hour or two just interacting with the students. Maybe it is law, maybe it is life, maybe it is your advocacy, maybe it is your social awareness that you want. But yes, I want to interact with your students. I would be looking forward to that as well. Not only that, I would also like to thank all the friends who have supported you, because this is again not a one-day drama that has happened. When you people got selected, you started making groups, you started interacting with friends. It says that if there are 10 heads, there are 10 ideas. And that idea comes to one conclusion. What better experience than friendship in this regard? I think a group of friends has to be there. And the spirit of the institution that has all nurtured you. Thank you so much for the faculty for really bringing up this one-day advocacy trial, the 3-day program that was conducted. The valedictory function is a moment of reflection and renewal. It is the closing chapter on one end and an opening chapter on another. How many of you think that aaj ho gaya, valedictory ho gaya, win ho gaya, we have done nothing more to achieve? If that is your mindset, you are wrong. This is just an opening. The doors are still to be open. It is closed right now. And once the door opens, you know what it is outside. Probably you don't know. It is not only the courtrooms, it is the every walk in life that you would be facing once you walk out from this institution. Be it the courtrooms, your everyday life. So this has to be a new opening. But this new opening has to be with a new thought process. Every time मैं एक बार जीत गई तो हमेशा जीतूंगी. Please remember one thing. Once you become an advocate in the courtroom, one day you are going to win, the other day you are going to lose. So these type of competitions really teach you how to take even your failure in a very positive way. Do you agree with me on this point? Yes, कि ऐसा होने वाला है कि अभी तक जो भी केस आएंगे सब जीतने वाली हूँ मैं. मैंने तो ऐसे नहीं अभी तक किया, मेरे लाइफ में तो नहीं हुआ. With 30 years of practice, I have seen lots of ups and downs. Unfortunately, I have conducted trials where criminals are there back in jail. Unexpectedly, at times it so happens that I feel that this person is going to get incarcerated for about 20 years. But the case goes in such a way that he is acquitted, free. You don't know, so be prepared. This is also a reminder that education is not an end in itself, but a lifelong pursuit of wisdom, service, and transformation. College life is crucible where knowledge meets experience. You all have faced these challenges, assignments that seemed endless, exams that have tested your patience, and projects that have demanded your creativity, the one that you have just recently gone through. But you have also experienced joy, festival celebrations together, debates that have sharpened your minds, and friendships that will last for the long time. For law students, Inter-Collegiate trial advocacy competition is more than an exercise. It is a rehearsal for life. In those stimulated courtroom, you learned not just statutes and precedents, but the art of persuasion, the importance of evidence, and the dignity of procedure. You discovered that law is not merely about winning arguments, but about upholding judgments. The mock trial reminds us that every courtroom is a stage where truth must prevail, and every lawyer is an actor in the grand drama of justice. In the mock trial, you practice within the safety of stimulation, you rehearsal arguments, test your strategies, and learn the rhythm of procedure. This prepares you for the real courtroom where the drama is far more demanding. You cannot stick to something that, yes, आज मैं ये करके गई हूँ तो यही होने वाला है. Courtroom is a suspense thriller. What will come out of that hat of the joker, you do not know. So you have to be prepared for it. There every word carries weight, every pause can shift precision, and every gesture may influence justice. You must be vigilant, for the smallest oversight can alter the course of a case. You must be witty, for quick thinking often turns right in of moments of pressure. And above all, you must be principled, for the courtroom is not a theater of performance alone, but a sacred place where truth and fairness prevails. Attitude leke jana court mein, I know everything, I am going to win a case, I am going to be successful, like I became successful in my college moot courts. No, that is not going to happen. You have to do much more than that. The mock trial sharpens your skills, but the trial tests your spirit, and here you are being prepared for it. It asks not only whether you can argue, but whether you can uphold justice with courage, humility, and wisdom. In the arena, vigilance is your shield, wit is your sword, and integrity is your compass. And this is what I feel is taught to you during such competitions. To the faculty, I extend my deepest gratitude. You have not only taught the letter of law, but its true spirit. You have shown students that behind every case lies a human story, and behind every judgment lies a responsibility to the society. I think the judges who have judged you during this 3 days competition definitely would agree to this. It is not only what they see in you is how you are arguing, but like Sir said that you have to read the facts, you have to be precise with the law as well. Cumulatively, this really is very important. To Dr. D.Y. Patil College, Law College Institution, I commend your vision for integrating practices like this moot court into the curriculum. I further would also request, sir, to add something more where children can go personally to the court, sit over there and interact even with the sitting judges as of now. If any help in that regard is required, I will definitely assist in whatever way possible, sir. Such initiatives would bridge the gap between theory and practice, preparing students to face the real challenges of courtroom. I see D.Y. Patil Law College is committed to advancing experimental legal education by systematically conducting the moot courts and trial advocacy programs that integrate doctrinal learning and principle application. Now, to the students As you step into the wider world, remember that education is not confined to degree or certificate. True education lies in the ability to think critically and to act ethically, and the most important thing, to serve humanity. If your aim is not this, then this is not your profession. If you, like Sir said, just want to earn money, I think there are hundreds of other jobs where you can sit in the comfort of your home, in your AC, and earn money. But if you want to do something passionate, not only for yourself, but for the society, upholding the truth in whichever way it is, only then this profession is for you. And I see most of the girls being little lazy in their own dreams, probably dreaming right now about your judiciary, your future. But yes, I would also like to tell everyone, especially the girls who are sitting over here, since this is little apart from what I have written, good advocates make good judges. So be good advocates. Good judges are required. And if this is your aim, this is the profession for you. Please think over it, and especially the new generation. During our times, it was very difficult to become a judge. We didn't have these resources that you have today. We used to get the papers xeroxed, question papers xeroxed for 4, 4, 5, 5 years. Yes, yes. And then sit and find the answers, sit in group together. But today, everything is there on your internet, social media. One click, one prompt, and everything is there. And secondly, the most important thing is, law is at your fingertips. So, please make use of it in your spare time, whenever it is possible, and think of this profession. It is a noble profession, and you can make it more better. Why people today run away from courts? Why do you think? Have you seen this? Bhai, police station or court nahi jana hai, baki sab jagah theek hai. People say that. Why do they say that? Because they feel कि वहाँ कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, जाके तारीख पे तारीख लेना है. But now those days are gone. If people like you, vigilant people like you, come forward and start practicing, definitely things are going to change. Like I say, law is not a mere profession, it is a calling. It demands courage to speak the truth, humility to serve the vulnerable, and integrity to uphold justice even when it's inconvenient. Sir in his speech very rightly said कि वो छोटा सा narrow line है to go on the other side. Whether you have to cross that small line is up to you. The world you enter is complex, filled with opportunities, but also challenges. In such a world, your role is not just to succeed personally, but to contribute meaningfully. You need to carry forward values like courage. Most of you today, if I say that now I'm stepping aside, please someone from here come and say something for this program. Most of you will look at each other. Bhai, maine tu ja. Isn't it? So when is this courage going to come? If not this platform, when is it going to come? You think of standing before the constitutional bench, more than 2 judges, and you think of making an argument and becoming successful in one shot? No, it is not the case. The courage comes right now. Standing over here now, let us see, there are around 50 of you children. It's a little interactive, 50 children. Anyone has any question for me? Let's see the courage. Anyone, any question for me? सबके दिमाग में कुछ है, पर बोलने को कोई तैयार नहीं है. Is it right? N number of questions, but no one is having that courage to stand up and speak. This is a platform for you. Yes, sir.
As you mentioned in the conference about the court fees that you were presenting, that the lawyers were not able to present themselves.
Yes. The adjournment dates and the penalties that I, yes.
Differ in the civil courts as well. Is it dependent on the judge itself or the court?
See, as far as adjournment is concerned, a little bypass from what I have to conclude with. As far as adjournment is concerned in any court, whether it's a civil court or a criminal court, an adjournment is an adjournment. What is an adjournment? Taking of a date where one of the party is not ready to proceed with the matter. It may be the complainant, it may be the advocate of the accused, it may be the plaintiff, it may be the defendant, any one of them. Now during this time, if one adjournment is granted for some reasonable reason, today the advocate is not keeping well, he is not able to speak up. I can understand, he is in front of me, I will not press him to continue. I will say, okay sir, today you may not argue, next day you may argue. I may grant him an adjournment without any penalty. But when I see that everything is in its place, but only to kill time or only to see that आज ये जज का मूड ऐसा है, आज इनके सामने करना ही नहीं है, एक डेट लेके जाएंगे, बाद में आएंगे, so that her mood is good and she will pass order in my favor. And if I am able to sense those vibes, I will say, sorry sir, no adjournment today, the court is ready to hear you, please argue. But still, if he persists कि नहीं मुझे आज argue नहीं करना है, then please give me an application for adjournment. I will pass my order on that. Once an application comes, then I will pass an order. If that is too much of my asking, I will say subject to cost of rupees XYZ. That cost can be anything, that can be 50 rupees, that can be 50 rupees to the legal aid, it can be 50 rupees to the library, it can be 50 rupees to the advocate's library, it could be anything, or 50 rupees to the opposite party, or it can be 5,000 rupees if the argument of that advocate is too much and cannot be controlled, like sir said in one of the matter, that there were so many questions asked by one of the learned senior advocate in the Supreme Court, where the judge said the next date is going to be 6 months. That can also be a way of punishment. But yes, adjournment, there is no specific amount fixed, there is no specific period fixed. That is upon the judge. It is only to see that, see, I am sitting here working for you people. So why don't you not at least try to compensate for what is not happened today? That is the only thing. Yes? Are you satisfied? Yes. Thank you. So this is courage. Whatever it is, at least he went ahead and took that chance to ask what was tingling in his mind. There are so many questions. Today you see social media, n number of queries have come up. There is cyber crime that is happening, that is... just open the social network and you are aware of it. So many things that are happening. The next point that you need to show is humility. No matter how high you raise, remain grounded. Respect others and remember that learning never ends. As a lawyer, I will definitely tell you your learning is never going to end because our laws are going to be amended. Facts, I and sir were discussing one section 302. You know it's murder. The old section I'm talking about. You know it's murder. The color of that section is red. I usually give this explanation everywhere I go. But do you know how many types of murders can happen? Has anyone any time checked कि life imprisonment when a judge gives for any case, a murder case or any other case, how much that actually is? Why people come out of prison in 14 years? Why people come out of prison in 10 years? Has anybody thought about it? When we talk about section 302, the colors of murder I say is always different. I'll just give you two small examples. Two friends are talking and there starts an argument between themselves. One of them pushes the other and his head hits on a stone which is on the road and he dies. There is a death that has happened. The color is red. I go prepared with a AK-47 that I am going to shoot this person today. I have done full planning. I go and open fire. The color is red. I am into a political party and I take everyone together. No, we are going to go and do this and we are going to destroy these people. The color is red. The section, the words are the same. Are the words changing? Law is in its place, but what has changed? Facts have changed. So you should be able to put your facts into that section. So your learning is never going to change because every time new facts with the same section are going to come in front of you. एक बार मर्डर ट्रायल चला के मैंने मर्डर ट्रायल चलाया और मैं जीत गई, ऐसे होने वाला नहीं है, बिकॉज दे आर गोइंग टू बी सो मेनी डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ facts that are going to come. Law is going to be the same. The next one that I would like to tell you people is be compassionate. Why I say this is because behind every case file, a human is seeking dignity and fairness. In our law, they say that 100 जो गुनेगार है वो छूट जाए तो भी चलेगा, पर एक निर्दोष को सजा नहीं होनी चाहिए. Why do we say that? Why do we see to all the probabilities? That is, we know there is a human behind that. We are not AI generated people. कि भाई डाल दिया prompt और judgment आ गया. That can never happen. Even the judge has to be sensitive कि yes, the person who is in front of me has to be treated fair unless and until the case is not proved beyond reasonable doubt. Someone asked me also, what is reasonable doubt? I think we had a discussion on that also. So be compassionate. You know there's a person next in front of you and that person needs to be dealt with, whatever capacity he may be. The other day, sir, I would just like to share one experience, the ongoing court proceeding. I was before the family court, courtroom of one Justice Rukme's court. And you know divorce matters, how they go. Nowadays, it is everything. It is a DV matter, it is a divorce matter, it is a 498 matter, it is in-laws filing some case against the daughter-in-law, and things that going on custody matter, so all in one. Justice Rukme and I was just having a conversation across the bench, and he said, Madam, even in family courts, जब husband-wife आते हैं, एक दूसरे को आरोपी की तरह देखते हैं. Where is that humanness gone? अरे husband wife है आप, आपका नहीं पटता है. There's a saying in English which says, let us kiss and part. नहीं जमता है ना रहना, let us kiss and part. Why do you have to come to these courts and your bedroom scenes and your personal life open in front of everyone? Why do you have to do this? So are you seeing the human behind it? No. Your husband is only an accused for you now. The best moments in life that you have spent with him, now things turn haywire. And now you bring him in the court as an accused, and the husband also says, no, she is now with someone else, so even she is an accused. I'm sorry? Yes, and that is the most worst thing. Do you know the psychological effect that happens on the children? There are a few very good movies also on this point which you may see. There's recently one Happy Family, a series. Please see that. Watch that, Happy Families. I will also tell children, please watch on Netflix if you are there, Suits, the series. Please watch it. I mean, these are few things. See, life practically आपको काफी कुछ सिखाने वाला है. Yes, ma'am. No, it could be false expectation, but what I'm talking about it is the discipline and the precision that they have. Absolutely. And that maturity is not going to come in a day. Definitely for us it took 30 years. I'm standing before you 30 years and I still think, अरे ये तो मुझे मालूम ही नहीं है. Things are so difficult. Even now we are in that learning phase. Yes. And the next most important thing, like Sir said, is integrity. The credibility of legal profession lasts on your honesty and your ethics. Last but not the least, service. Use your knowledge not only for your personal success, for the betterment of the society. कहाँ पे भी आपको लगे कि भाई ये कोर्ट तक तो नहीं जा सकता है बंदा, पर मेरे कुछ दो शब्द कहने से इसमें कुछ हो सकता है, प्लीज गो अहेड एंड डू दैट. डोंट वेट कि मुझे कंसल्टेशन देगा तो ही मैं एडवाइस दूंगी. Please, because this is a very, very noble profession and your 2 words can guide many of them. Now, in my own journey, if I tell you, I have often found that moments of failure have taught me more than moments of success. If you see my graph, the magnitude is very high and very low. I became an advocate at the age of 22, passed out 1996 batch from ILS Law College. While I was doing my college, I was also teaching in a school. My age was 18 and my students were 19, 20. And if I would just recollect that moment, your madam, Assistant Professor Swarupa Vagmare ma'am was my student and I was a class teacher. I still remember those days. And the first day I entered the classroom, the principal told me I was only 12th, but I had done it in my science. Little good English, I would say, since I was from St. Felix High School, Pune, convent educated. That convent educated is not of much this, but the English is okay, that is what I would say. She told me that, will you able to teach science? I said, yes, ma'am. I was good in science. I left my medical profession and I came to law profession. One of my sisters was already studying MBBS. I said, दो doctors एक घर में क्या करने हैं? So let her become the doctor. And when I came in this profession, she said, you can teach science. I said, yes, physics, maths, biology, chemistry. Yes, I said, I'll be able to do, except Marathi, Hindi. She gave me 10th standard batch, the first batch of their school. And the students, when I entered the class, were more matured than me. I was 18, 19, and the students were 19, 20, and I was shocked looking at that. I said, in bachchon ko padhana hai. But to be honest, that courage, otherwise I was a very naive girl. अगर किसी ने बोला यहीं पे बैठना है आपको तो I would sit there for the whole day and not even talk to the person sitting next to me. But that courage taught me to speak. That courage taught me to be today where I am. And then from that day, when I started teaching, when I started talking, when I started exploring things, things became very easy. So even now, like sir said, gradual process hai, abhi se shuru karo. Anyone has a question for me again? No one? Oh, my age, what do you think? Let us guess. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Still, what is your guess? But let us say it's the right forum. Yes. Any guesses? Oh, you have made me younger. Made me younger. Children, I am 52 complete, 53 running. I'm happy to see that I'm in a young crowd. I've started feeling more young now. No, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. See, this is interaction. My age is on the internet. Even if I don't tell you, you can go and surf it there. That was a totally different scenario where unfortunately I couldn't be there for the much longer time that I wanted. Probably that would be a wonderful discussion some other day as well. Give me some opportunity. I would definitely come on that. Yes, I had around 28 years in judiciary. Had I been in judiciary, and probably I could have gone to the Supreme Court also. But since some eventful events have happened, I could not continue my judiciary. But yes, at the age of 22, I started with my practice. I was the youngest judge in Maharashtra when I was only 35. And I think it was 41, 42 when I left judiciary and I came back. And since then, again, I'm practicing at Bombay High Court and the Supreme Court. I remember, sir, I was in the Supreme Court for my petition since I had filed one in the High Court against my judicial orders. The Honorable Supreme Court, when they said, is the judge present over here whose petition is before me? So my learned advocate said, yes, she is very much in the court. He said, where is she? So I just raised my hand because courtroom number 1, you know, there's a separate place where the litigants stand and a separate place where the advocates have to argue. So I was a litigant that day. So I was in the dock where the litigants stand. I just raised my hand. I said, my lords, I'm here. Far distance, maybe that end somewhere I was. Justice Chandrachud was presiding over the bench and one more, I cannot recollect the name. He said, madam, please come forward. So I came forward. And they asked me, you are a magistrate? I said, no, my lords, I'm a district and sessions judge, ex-district and sessions judge. But your age over here is written as only 41. I was like, oh, I'm glad. I said, my lords, I became a judge at the age of 35. So they were, oh, that's a great thing. And it was the first attempt that I cleared my judiciary exam. Not only this, someone the other time when we were talking in the hall, they said कि it's very nice कि अभी 3 साल का period है where you can sit and learn and then become a judge. Yes, madam had said. But I was very unfortunate. When I passed out my law in first class, मुझे अभी दूसरे दिन ही जज बनना था. I came in this profession to become a judge, a good advocate and a judge. But I had to wait for 3 years, and 3 years were killing for me. I was like, when do I go and become a judge? It was that passion. Even my 5th standard, I had decided, मुझे अगर कुछ बनना है, तो I either wanted to become a pilot or a judge. That 2 things were in my mind. I remember I used to go around the house, entire bungalow, saying order, 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 for what I don't know, but I used to keep on saying that. That is passion. You know what you have to do, you know you have to get it, some way or the other. But my first chance to write my exam, my MPSC exam, came in 2001. 96 I passed out. 3 years से ज़्यादा मुझे रुकना पड़ा till the time the exams were declared. 2001 I gave my examination and I was 5th merit in Maharashtra in my written examination. But twists and turns happen. Unfortunately, even after I had cleared the interviews very nicely, I had come to know my name is there in the list, things didn't work out, and then I came to know my name is deleted from the list. So from 2001 till 2010, I had to wait again to become a judge. Again in between, I did give examinations, I did do, things did happen, got married, 2 beautiful children, 1 lovely husband, everything very nicely happened. But 10 years I had to again wait persistently. And then when the forms came, the age for district judge is 35. So you have to be at least 35 when you fill in the form. November 27th is my birth date, and December 1st the advertisement had come that you can fill up the form. I said, not possible, because I am only 34 by the time of filling the form, 35, and the person who would be competing with me would be 48. So how do I bridge this gap of experience? 35 and 48, कितने साल का difference हो गया? More than 10 years. I said, it's not possible for me. My husband said, you want to become a judge, now this is an opportunity for you, why don't you take it? I said, I'll do it on one condition, even you write the exam, he is also a lawyer. He never wanted to become a judge. He said, ठीक है, लिखता हूँ. He also filled the form. Are you people getting bored? 4-5 minutes more. And we both of them filled the form. His roll number was 68, mine was 69. I still remember the roll numbers. Sitting in front of me, I sitting behind him. 2 papers on the same day. First session you have civil paper, second session you have criminal paper. Half an hour, 1 hour break you have in between. For entire 7 hours, my husband did not turn behind and see, and not even ask me, paper kaise likh rahe ho. He did not ask me a single thing. Turn bhi nahi kiya piche ki bhai likh bhi rahi hai ya nahi. But when the results were out, I was more than happy because I had passed. And the most crucial part were the interviews. If you people are going to prepare for yourself for judiciary or anything, so final students, if you have a batch, I would definitely like to talk to them with regards to judicial career also. Interview, you have 5 judges sitting like these eminent people over here. They are sitting very close to each other. There the distance is very sparse, the hall is so big, you enter from that corner and you sit in front of them over there with so much distance, and they start shooting questions at you. We had Justice J.N. Patel, the then acting Chief Justice. Sir, you might be knowing his English rate of speech. If I am here, he is there. The way he talks, the language he uses, to understand that is so difficult. And he taking your interview, 5 people. And if you say, I'm sorry, sir, I did not understand your question, can you please repeat it? Nothing doing, man. Next question. So they judge you over there only. Right from the time you enter, you sit, you talk, you show your confidence, the courage you show. And that is it. I don't know what parameters they have, but they simply keep on ticking yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, difficult. And the entire, jise bolte, kundali is in front of them. You say anything wrong and they will pull you from there. Madam, you have appeared in so and so matter. Do you remember the facts of the case? Abhi mere senior ne likha hua wakalatnama. Kya hai us case mein mujhe malum bhi nahi hai, and what do I tell the judge? So you have to be very clear over there also. Sorry, sir, my senior's matter, I had only signed the wakalatnama. After a 10 to 12 minute grilling of my interview, they asked me one question. Justice J.N. Patel asked me one question. I would like to share that question if time permits. Yes? That one question was, I give you an hypothetical question, ma'am, and the question is, there is a father and there are 2-3 minor children. They had asked me a lot on Juvenile Justice Act. And the neighbors come and they say they smell something foul and they see that the father is dead. Who killed the father? Was the simple question they asked. Now, how can I tell who killed the father? I don't know whether the house is broken. I don't know whether there was a dispute with the children. Such an hypothetical question. My simple answer to them was, my lords, this is a very hypothetical scenario that you have given me. But to the best of my ability, what I can answer is, law will take its own course, investigation will happen, and the judge will decide who has killed the father. What more can you think with these 3-4 sentences? Justice Jain Patel? No, you did not understand. The same 3 lines he again repeated. The same answer I again gave. Madam, you are not understanding. My lords, I'll try again. You have to be very submissive over there. Not once, not twice, not thrice. They asked me the same question 5 times. Same 3 sentences and my same 3 answers. What was going in my head that time? I said, they asked me about Juvenile Justice Act. So do they want me to make the children the accused over there? Could be. Yeah, I should point out to one of the child over there or say something, the children or something. But then one thing was going on in my mind, and that was, a judge should never jump to conclusions. It is only when the facts come in front of you, when there is investigation, when there is evidence, only then I can say who has killed the father. That was what was going on. This was the last question. They grilled me for 5 minutes. I maintained the same answer, and at the end of the day, of the interview, just to, okay, ma'am, we got your point. Thank you. That is what I could say. So if you want to become judges, if you want to become good advocates, have that courage to stand to what you are saying. Show that confidence that, yes, I'm confident enough, whatever you are saying, this is my answer to it, and I stand by it. Please do these things. I think I'm taking a lot of time, but now let us conclude. I've told you about my personal journey. I have told you about how things have gone. The most important thing, like we come to the valedictory function, most of you today have participated in this function. There are only a few winners. But for me, all of them who came up till the stage of participation are winners. Trophy is just a symbol that you have participated and probably gone one step ahead. But failure is a most stronger stepping stone. This will teach you where you have lagged behind. This will tell you what you have to work upon. And this will teach you a lot in future where you will not be making similar mistakes again and again. My concluding words would be, may you people shine as advocates of justice. May you bring pride to your families and your alma mater, and may you contribute to building a society that is fair, compassionate, and progressive. Like the flame of lamp that lights other without losing its glow, may you spread the light of knowledge wherever you go. May your voices echo in classrooms, in courtrooms, and the communities, always in service of truth. I wish each and every one success, courage, and fulfillment in your endeavors. Remember, justice protects those who protect it. And the last words in the profession where you are is Satyameva Jayate. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the honor of sharing this moment with you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
For your kind and encouraging words. We now take this moment. Thank you, ma'am. We now take this moment to acknowledge and felicitate the dedicated MCS core team and recognize members whose tireless efforts made this event a grand success. I request our respected dignitaries to kindly come forward and felicitate our core members. Sir. I request the kindly dignitaries to please come forward for the felicitation. Up next, I would like to call upon Joint Secretary Ms. Meghna Bose. Next. And now, last but not the least, Daksh Shah, our treasurer. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am. I'd like to invite Ms. Meghna Bose, Joint Secretary, to kindly come upon the podium and share her thoughts and reflection on this event.
Thank you so much, Krishna. Before sharing my thoughts, I would like to recognize the people who worked relentlessly behind the scenes to turn this vision into reality. The first child advocacy competition is not just an event, it is a foundation. And every foundation is built by people who are willing to put in effort when no one is watching, solve problems when no one is asking, and stay committed even when the work gets difficult. The core team has done exactly that, from drafting the proposition, FIR, chart sheet, trial documents, to conducting sessions, coordinating with participants and judges, managing publicity, logistics, technology, and administration. The team has worked through late night meetings, early morning briefings, constant revisions, and immense pressure to ensure that every detail is taken care of. As the founding core team of the Moot Court Society, your contribution goes beyond the competition. You have helped establish a culture of practical advocacy in the institution and set a benchmark for future batches to follow. We would now like to recognize the members of this dedicated team. I request the panel to please felicitate the members of the team as I call out to them. Krishna Shukla, Head of Research and Editorials, Co-Head of Logistics. Ms. Shruti Dwivedi, Head of Research and Editorials. Mr. Taha Sayed, Head of Research and Editorials. Ms. Sai Kadu, Head of Research and Editorials and Social Media. Ms. Vaishnavi Midgule, Head of Research and Editorials. Mr. Rak Singh, Training and Selections Head. Mr. Aryan Raj, Training and Selections Head. Ms. Shweta Sarvadnya, Training and Selections Head. Ms. Samia Ashraf, Head of Social Media, Outreach and PR. Ms. Duhita Chakraborty, Head of Outreach and PR. Ms. Neha Fudd, Head of Technicals. Mr. Harshvardhan Shinde, Head of Technical. And lastly, our most valuable player behind the scenes, Mr. Tanish Patil, Head of Logistics and Events. I request the panel to please be seated. On behalf of the Moot Court Society, Dr. T.Y. Patil Law College, with a profound sense of pride and even a deeper sense of gratitude. For us, the conclusion of this competition is not just the end of a calendar event, but also a culmination of a journey defined by collective responsibility, late-night grit, and unwavering pursuit of legal excellence. What makes this event truly historic is what we are witnessing, a successful conclusion of first ever Trial Advocacy Competition 2026 in our institution's history. While moot courts traditionally focus on abstract application of law, Trial Advocacy Competition is all about the grit, the facts, the witnesses, and the raw reality of the courtroom. Initiating this was a bold step, and seeing this come to fruition today marks the beginning of a new era to the society. We owe a great debt of gratitude to our respected principal, Dr. S.S. Gopakumar sir. Your vision, your institutional backing provided the very foundation to turn this idea into a living reality. On a more personal and heartfelt note, we must express our deepest thanks to our Assistant Professor, Ms. Swaroop Waghmare ma'am. Ma'am, your mentorship was the North Star of this competition. You were there to witness the exhaustion of the late night planning sessions and the rigor of early morning preparations. In those moments, you constantly reminded us that in the legal profession, consistency is the bridge between good performance and a great one. You taught us while talent might start an event, it is the discipline that defines it. Your faith in our team allowed us to push past our limit, and for that leadership, we are forever grateful. To our respected judges, we are deeply indebted to you for elevating this competition into a true test of professional caliber. Your presence provided our students with the weight of real judicial scrutiny. You didn't just judge rounds, you mentored future advocates by showing them that the lawyer's greatest tools are composure, ethics, and a deep respect for the bench. Thank you for your time, your patience, and your invaluable feedback. To the Moot Court Society team, this event stands on your shoulders. You are the silent architects of this success. This victory belongs to every member who has worked tirelessly on both law and the logistics. As we look toward the future, I must place a very personal appreciation for our secretary. To be a founding leader is to lay bricks where there was once only an empty ground. I have seen the silent pressure of follow-ups, the weight of the responsibility you carried, and to keep this team motivated when exhaustion set in. You didn't just manage an event, you ignited a movement, and it has been an absolute privilege for the entire society to work with such dedicated leadership. To our Participants today, you developed the temperament of a lawyer. Since this was our inaugural event, you are now the pioneers of this legacy that will inspire every batch that follows. As we stand at the finish line, and as the saying goes, the show must go on. The momentum that we have built here today does not stop with this ceremony. It now carries forward onto our careers, onto your careers, and the future of the society. We have set a stage, and now it is for all of us to keep the spotlight on excellence. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Meghna. And now comes the most awaited moment of this ceremony, the prize distribution. But before that, I would like to call upon the judges of this competition to give a feedback of the competition experience. First, I would like to call upon Advocate Zahura Hamdulle ma'am to give a feedback.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected judges, sorry, we are the judges. Respected teachers, the chief guest, the guest of honor, everyone. I'm sure abhi tak sabko pata chal gaya. I'm an alumni here. It is an honor to be called like this as a mock judge for the mock trial, and it is one of the best things that I've seen till now. When I was here, we did not have any such thing, but now I feel so proud about all this, and I would love to appreciate Gopakumar sir, because it's a great thing. It's a great deal that you are doing, and all the best for the future endeavors of the college. And I hope you support students, and the teachers also be the backbone for the students who are trying to bring change and who are trying to make things better here for every single one. It was a learning experience for me as well, for other judges as well, I believe, because even we are still in the learning stage. We are still juniors. So for us, it was an amazing learning experience, and I believe for the people who participated, it is a great opportunity. This reality will bring you to another level, because what you have witnessed is a very close to what you will witness in real life in the court. And trust me, the court does not spare any single person. So all the best for your future endeavors, and it was an amazing opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Up next, I would like to invite Advocate Vedant Bhagwat sir from courtroom number 2.
So for the most part, I have been where the participants are sitting now. I have done many moot court competitions. This was the first time that I was sitting on the other side of the dais, from asking the court to be called as the lordship to being called as a lordship. The journey was truly amazing. I would like to say that the participants and the enthusiasm of the participants in the entire competition was top notch. If we could see their hard work behind the documents they had prepared, the arguments they were doing. So it is really recommendable. And this is one of its kind competition. While the very inaugural day, we were talking to the principal of the college. At that time also we stated that this is one of a kind competition as far as my knowledge goes, where it is a 3-day competition where entire trial process is being experienced by the teams without any sort of disqualifications or anything. That is truly recommendable, and I hope that this college continues these competitions for a very long period of time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Up next, I would like to invite Advocate Rishikesh Sharma sir from courtroom number 3. Please, sir.
First of all, I am saying thank you to Moot Court Cell and Dex bench who gave me this opportunity to become a judge in trial advocacy. After this seeing all the courtroom and my courtroom, I came at this point. Now this generation is very young and talented. When I was in college, that time there was no, we not get any opportunity like this, and now this college gave opportunity about trial in this like this trial advocacy. तो मैं सबको यही बोलूँगा कि ऐसा हर किसी को मिलता नहीं है जैसा हमको मिला. और कल सर हम एक दिन पहले से हम देख रहे थे Day 1 से जो लोग कर रहे हैं स्टूडेंट जितना अच्छा कर रहा है कोई कर नहीं रहा है. लाइक प्रोसिक्यूशन देखा हमने, डिफेंस भी देखा. डिफेंस इतना स्ट्रांग था कि प्रोसिक्यूशन उनको कोशिश करे टच करने के लिए नहीं कर पा रहे. प्रोसिक्यूशन को भी उतना ही चांस मिला, बट कहीं ना कहीं एक फाइनल ईयर और एक सेकेंड ईयर में देख के बहुत चीज़ समझ में आई कि कोई ना कुछ कर सकता है, और जो सेकेंड ईयर ने भी किया, प्रोसिक्यूशन डीवाई पार्ट ने बहुत अच्छा किया, जिसके लिए ऑल द बेस्ट है उन लोग को भी, और फाइनल ईयर ने बहुत अच्छा किया है, और ऑल द बेस्ट दोनों टीम के लिए, दोनों टीम के स्टूडेंट्स के और सारे स्टूडेंट्स को भी थैंक यू बोला हमको कॉपरेट करने के लिए, और कॉलेज ने हमको इन्वाइट किया इसके लिए थैंक यू ना, और हमेशा ग्रेटफुल रहेंगे हम लोग।
Thank you very much, sir. Last but not the least, I would like to call upon Mayur Dhataukar, sir, from courtroom number 4 to kindly give his review. Please, sir.
It is an absolute honor and privilege to be here in Dr. D.Y. Patil Law College, Pimpri, Pune. I am grateful to the principal, sir. I am grateful to Lakshman, sir, coordinator. I am grateful to my faculty, Swarup ma'am. I'm honored, and we learned a lot from our dignitaries, our chief guest, Kadu ma'am and Kumar sir. A lot we learned. Kumar sir and ma'am highlighted a lot of aspects of advocacy, which we saw or we feel in previous 2 days. Like how many, I'll interact with you for 2 or 3 minutes. How you have, do I have your attention? So raise your hands, how many of you visited courtrooms? Which proceeding you saw? Which kind of proceedings you have seen? The witness examination. What difference you saw yesterday and what difference you see a different kind of proceeding in courtrooms?
Sir, in a chief examination which I witnessed, I assume that judge conducts chief examination most of the time. But judge was conducting separate proceedings, and the court officers were conducting chief examination at the time, two chief examinations simultaneously.
Okay. Okay, and have you noticed any difference between 4 courtrooms? The proceedings were absolutely different going on in all 4 courtrooms, right? So that's what we also discuss. And I believe, and I have also experienced that as per every advocate, their strategy changes. As per every court, their approach changes towards the matter. Because on first day, the other 3 courts completed their bail arguments within 30 minutes. And in my court and in Vedant sir's court, bail arguments were going on for 1.5 hour. 1.5 hour. And in the second part, pre-trial stage, opening argument, draft charge, then opening the prosecution list, 294 list. How many of you know the 294 or 330 list? Yes, you have filed. Yes, so these practical aspects I have seen. Other 3 judges haven't seen those practical aspects from other participants. So I advise you to be attentive. One thing is, what job you are willing to do or what job you want to do, just get acquainted or meet that person, get advice from that person, so you will be ready for that job. And apart from this, do you have any question for us? Because we have asked a lot of questions to you while you were participating or where you were presenting. Do you have any questions for us? Do you have any questions for us? You can ask, because evaluation has been completed. Okay.
Stronger the bar, the stronger the bench, as ma'am has said. So the bar is stronger, it becomes through the presentation, not from mute spectation. So let's demonstrate the strong bar now. Any questions for anyone, any of us, for us on the dais or our honorable judges here for this program? Or maybe any of the faculties also.
I'll ask you one question. Have you, any one of you asked a question to any witness that I say that you are lying, I say that you are stating falsely? Has any one of you asked this question to any of the witness? Then how you are going to argue that this witness is lying without taking the denials? Yes, ma'am, please.
Hello, yes.
The question that Sir just now said, have you asked any witness that you are lying? This is a very tricky question. A very tricky question.
Suggestion. I say that you are depositing falsely.
Yes, I say that you are depositing falsely. Anyways, this is a very tricky question. The simple reason being that during the evidence, it is not only that he speaks in his favor, there are some admissions at some point which are given in your favor also. So once you ask this question, that whatever you have stated is false, the entire evidence collapses. So be aware of what you are asking, when you are asking, how you are asking. Yes, it could be a question which can be an omission, or it could be a question, a statement in some other way. Like I just discussed in the room, when the accused says that no, he did not see the weapon by which a person was murdered, you ask the accused, uske haath mein chura tha kya? He is going to say yes. Chure pe khoon laga tha kya? He is going to say yes. Something which he has not given in his evidence, you are bringing it in the cross. So this is a very delicate question which you need to think 10 times before asking. Your question can be rephrased. It can be कि जो कुछ आपने आपके फेवर में कहा वो सब झूठ कहा, आपके फेवर में कहा. Whatever you have stated in your favor, you have stated it false. So at least your admissions are excluded from that.
It will again come in vague manner as well.
I'm sorry?
It will come in vague manner as well.
No, it will not come in a vague manner. In fact, it will be more precise, because whatever you have said, you have stated falsely on your behalf. पर मेरे जो admissions हैं, मैंने वो intact रखे हैं. That can be part of argument, of course, that's a deeper thing that you need to dive into.
In furtherance, we can ask about the paragraphs as well. As I state that you have stated falsely in paragraph number 1, 2 and 7.
You can take every sentence of that कि this is something that you have stated false, but whole evidence अगर discard करना है ये एक sentence से, that is very dangerous.
Yes. How many of you marked the exhibit by yourself? When you were conducting the chief examination, how many of you marked the exhibit by yourself? I know you guys, other than in other courtrooms, how many of you marked the exhibits by yourself?
I would just clarify further. First of all, do you know what an exhibit is? What is it? Anyone, quickly, we don't have much time. An exhibit is a document which is produced in the court, and the court passes some order or takes it for its record. A number is marked on that, that is called as an exhibit. Now when I as a judge take this as an application, I tell my clerk, this is exhibit 27. That means even you have to mark it on your paper as exhibit 27, so that when the time for argument comes or whenever you have to refer to it, that is easily available to you as well as a judge. The judge has hundreds of papers, he cannot sit and flip through everyone. But if you tell me, my lords, may see exhibit 27, immediately we can come to this exhibit 27. Also one important point before we just go to the next thing, if a document is marked as an exhibit, that does not necessarily mean that the document is admitted. The contents of the document have to be proved in your evidence.
Yes. And how many of you tried to bring the entire chain of evidence in a line? That means from origin till conclusion. Yes? Custody of what? Which evidence? Which one? DNA samples of whom? From the victim. Okay. So after, when she collected that sample, what she did after that? Yes, so you were from side of defense or prosecution? Defense. So you are taken advantage or not? Yes. Okay. And that's it. I'll thank you. Thank you so much.
And now to announce the results of the competition, I request our secretary Priyanshi Doshi to kindly come upon the stage.
Very good afternoon to everyone. I would not take a lot of your time. There were 4 different courtrooms, 8 separate teams, and the calculations were tough, but the results are here. So I would start with the best written submission. Army Law College, Atanu Chakravarti and Bhavya Jamwal. Up next, we have Best Advocate Prosecution, and it's Mr. Advocate Defense. We have Ms. Ayushi Vatsal from Sri Navalmal Firodia Law College. Next, we have the runner-up. Any guesses for the runners-up? Anyway, I'll proceed. It's Maratha Mitra Mandal Shankarrao Chavan Law College. The winners for this first trial advocacy competition. Any guesses again? That's correct. It's Sri Navalmal Firodia Law College.
Thank you, dignitaries. Please take your seats. Thank you very much. With this, we come to end of today's valedictory ceremony. I extend our heartfelt gratitude to all our esteemed guests, participants, faculty members, and organizers. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you very much.